Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. If you like making money, subscribe to the channel. This is the channel for you. This is a commodities channel. We cover all sorts of different commodities. And today we're going to cover an overall market update. We're going to go into gold and silver, some uranium, and then we're going to go over some other producing companies that are commodity related that I'm going to show you some very gigantic patterns to show you that the commodity bull market that's coming is far reaching. So let's jump in, and I'm going to jump right into an overall market update. We're going to look at chart patterns. I'm using technical analysis to understand where the resistance is. The wind is at our back from an inflation real estate expansion cycle. That's where inflation comes from. The value in the commodity sector is extremely good, and the inflation is going to drive us from the back and push us forward. So the value is extreme, and it's going to make incredible returns in these sectors. Big chart patterns mean that the containment of your investment is being released to the wild. And what that means is usually when it's in a chart pattern, you've got sellers and you've got buyers, and they are contained within the pattern. Once that pattern is broken, it's lost that containment of the stock. That's basically what these patterns kind of mean from a psychological perspective, maybe, from a psychological perspective. And when it breaks that containment, what I call it is it moves up or down at cheetah speeds, and the cheetah is free to run once it breaks out of that chart pattern. So when a cheetah is free to run, it moves at cheetah speeds, because that's what cheetahs do, is they run at cheetah speed. So I'm going to show you a couple of different charts here. Look at the 10-year US Treasury yield. It broke out of its chart pattern to the upside. Yields are going higher, inflation is here, and it's going to continue to get worse, not better in terms of inflation. This is what it looks like if you're in bonds. This is this is TLT. It bounced off of its upper trend line and is going to head down all the way down to this trend line and break the bottom of this and go all the way down. That's where it's going to go eventually. So the people who like bonds, I would be cautioning them, because they're going to look absolutely garbage in the next 5 to 10, 15 years. So I'm going to move into gold. Now, I'm talking about gold and silver because we have something here, and I want everyone to understand what the pattern's doing. If you draw the line through here, what it did is it back tested. It pulled up, came back, and tried to scare everyone out of their positions. Fought all throughout the day, and now the momentum's coming back up. I bet you we're going to see an update tomorrow, and this is probably going to kick off a nice big move up. We back tested the pattern, and whenever we break chart patterns, you always hear me say this. More than likely, you always see a back test. Buy on the back test. This right here today, back tested. You buy on the back test if you want to. This is your last great opportunity to buy it. Silver did the same thing. It followed, not nearly as much. We've got a nice little upward trend line going here. It tried to break down, but nope. Buyers came back. This thing's probably going to, momentum-wise, going to come back and go to the upside. That's my guess. Now, platinum did the same thing. This is just in a sideways pattern here, and then more than likely the momentum's coming back up, so we're going to see it move on up. So this is just a continuation pattern through. Plus, we've got the high here, and it kind of back tested to this high right here. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya going up. Deep yellow. Look at this thing. It's going deep over the resistance line. So we popped out to the upside of this resistance line. Deep yellow is looking fantastic. You might see what? A back test. And if you see the back test, what are you going to do? You're going to BUY it. You're going to buy it before the cheetah gets released to the wild out of this resistance line containment zone. So it's going to go down maybe a little bit, just a little bit, and then gone. So what are you going to do? That's up to you. Encore Energy, again, remember resistance. Here we come, upward channel. We're right there. We are right there. Tried breaking it once, twice, 3 times. Nope, 4, nope, 5, nope. We're right at the line. We're seeing breakouts. Deep yellow just broke out. We're seeing breakouts in all the other uranium patterns. What do you think Encore Energy is going to do? If you're on this channel, you probably know what it's going to do. So let's look in on this pattern. Big move up, small pullback. Remember the momentum video training that you guys have. Bullish engulfing. Nice big move higher, small little pullback. Big move. This is a bullish engulfing of the ones before it. Another bullish engulfing here. This is lining up to break the upper trend, and you can see the momentum in the chart. The buyers are lined up, and what they're doing is they are swinging a gigantic bat and just smoking the price higher. The ball comes on back, smoking it higher, comes on back, smoking it higher. They're chopping this tree down faster than they can than the tree can stand. I don't know the analogy there. But here we are. We've got all these patterns setting up. This thing's going to go higher. Will it go higher tomorrow? I don't necessarily know. But eventually it's going to break through this upper trend line pattern right here. We've got all the momentum going right up into it. And it's going to eventually break this thing, I think. So it's up to you. The least risk way to buy this is to wait for the chart pattern to break. It back tests and then buy off the back test. Or already buy it. You know, we've got the valuations, and if we have a little bit of a pullback, if it doesn't break it and come back a little bit, it's not the end of the world. Just keep cost averaging in. So that's Encore Energy. Next, Fission Uranium Corp. And I don't know if it ended here or not, but if it did, we've got a bullish engulfing, and we're trying to break through this seller. There's a lot of sellers up here. So all it needs to do is break through here, and we are moving on up. So that's good. Now I'm going to switch gears here. We're going to look at Impact Silver. Remember the chart breaks. Remember the resistance. Remember the support. So this resistance line at 84, 85 cents, we broke through it. Remember, I kept saying this is going to break. This is going to break. We broke through it. We're back testing. And what do we do on the back tests? We buy the back tests. So this would be a good spot to pick up Impact Silver. I bet you this thing's going to rocket higher. You better have your popcorn ready, and you better have your finger on the trigger finger here, the mouse button, to click refresh on your portfolio, because this thing's going to add some money to your portfolio if you like Impact Silver. Now here's Norilsk Nickel. Look at this right here, 52-week high. It's bouncing right up on it. It's gonna break through here, probably back test and go. This is Norilsk Nickel, so that one's looking extremely good. Next, Rio Tinto. Look at this. Right here, busting through. Now, what do you think the cheetah is going to do here? It's released to the wild here. It is going to run, and it's going to run very fast at cheetah speeds. Maybe we'll clock it at 62 miles an hour. We'll see. But it's looking very strong, very good. Up to you if you want to get into Rio. I already own truckloads of it. Next, BHP Group. Now look at this. I charted it back here. Going through these, maybe I can draw it a hair lower, but somewhere in here, we've got this nice pattern. I think this is going to eventually get to this and probably break this. So this is a really good value right now for BHP if you like BHP. Same with South 32. I've got this downtrend line. It's coming up and it's going to attack this. Now it's got some, resistance all through here from previous areas. So once it breaks through these, this little area here and breaks through this line, man, the cheetah is going to be released here as well. And it's going to be big. Mosaic, this is a potash company. This thing went vertical last commodity cycle. I mean, it went vertical. Look what's happening here. Downtrend, and we're right there breaking the downtrend. What do you think I would do? Come on, guys, say it. I would buy the breakout. And what's it going to do? Maybe it'll break out and then backtest. Now let's move on to another company, Archer Daniel Midland. Throwing this through here, Breaking out of this pattern here, what do we do on the chart breakouts? We buy them and hold on and never sell until the commodity cycle is done, because when it breaks this line, it's going to go after this line. And if it breaks that line, see, you wouldn't want to be a cheetah speeds higher. Here is Caterpillar. Caterpillar is a manufacturer of a lot of equipment that commodity companies use. Drawing this massive trend line, many, many, many years. And what are we doing? We are breaking out of this massive trend line. Cheetah speeds higher, boys and girls. This is Cheetah. This is Cheetah edition. We're gonna watch all these things run. That's what we're gonna do. Now, here's Deere. This is John Deere, another equipment manufacturer. Draw this through. Now, here's a point I want to make here. It broke out and it back tested and it stayed here. Now, this is where your market fundamentals and valuation that you have to be rock solid on. Because look, it sold off in March. This is a false sellout because the underlying fundamental structure of this bull market is intact, irrespective of COVID, irrespective of some insolvencies that could be coming. It would just delay it. And that's exactly what it did, is it delayed this move and then broke through this upside, and it's cheetah speeds higher. Look at that move. This is from $100 down here all the way to 300 in very ridiculous, a very small period of time. So what I'm trying to get at here is all of these big chart patterns that I'm showing you. If you're participating in some of these chart patterns, whether it's First Majestic, Caterpillar, Mosaic, Rio, Vale, any of these uranium companies, silver companies, gas and oil and companies, SM Energy just broke to the upside. Centennial Development broke to the upside. If you have these, just hold. Hold on with all the might you have. Do not let these shares slip through your fingers. This is important because I was trading in and out last bull market. Wrong move. Wrong move. I've learned that. I'm holding on and I'm not letting anyone steal my shares out of my account. Not even myself. I am locked in, ready to go for this bull market. Don't let these people, the market, scare you out of your shares. Hold on to them and you're going to see amazing things come to you in the future. What I'm going to see, and what I am expecting in the near future, I'm expecting silver to tear it up. Gold's going to do well, but silver's going to tear this year up. It's going to tear it up. Oil, I think, is going to be strong, and I think that's going to be a very good performer. And I think uranium is going to be strong, but I think silver is going to tear it up. That's kind of my guess for 2021. So if you got these companies, there's some here that look very good. Up to you if you want to go into them. I use this channel as financial education and to look at things differently than what you've done before. Again, if you like making money, this is the channel for you. Give me a thumbs up button and leave comments below if you own any of these companies. If you see chart patterns that look similar to these in the companies that you own, please post them in the comment section so I can share them on this channel, because we are a community that is helping each other out to kill it for this commodities super cycle that's coming. Thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.